Kevin Costner's more famous for doing baseball movies than football movies, and he's not playing in this when he's in his 60s by this point. But it's Draft Day, comes from 2014. He plays the general manager of the Cleveland Browns in one of the very few films that is endorsed by the NFL in terms of it uses NFL teams, NFL colors, NFL personalities, NFL players, all the way up and down. The foil for his team is my team, the Seattle Seahawks, owned by Chadwick McBride or Team President or whoever he is, and Patrick St. Esprit, who loves his pancakes. And this is one that you really think about it. How exciting is making phone calls? And somehow they take a football movie and use the least dramatic, least interesting part of it in an action sense. There's very little football seen or played in this film because it's Draft Day. Draft Day is in April. It's in May. And, football is in September, October, November. So the fact that they are able to take making phone calls, rich guys walking up to a podium, and make that dramatic in a way that, you and I know this watching the draft on TV unfold, but how do you dramatize that and put it into a feature film? There's a little bit of a love element in there, too, but I think it's a little bit forced. Overall, though, really solid film. Number 3 for me is Draft Day. What did you think of Draft Day?
Say it, Tom. You get to save the city of Seattle with Bo Callahan. You know you want him, you pancake-eating mother. That was so great. I love the film. That was...
And David Putney.
Between that and The Express, I love Draft Day. You're right. They use all the personalities. Costner was great in the film. The guy who played the owner, the English guy, Frank Langella, was the owner of the Brown. Oh, everything about that film, because it was so true to path. And I used to cover the draft for AOL from 98 to 2000 at Madison Square Garden. It's like that. It's an S show. It's a shit show. And it's constant phone calls and deals going on in the last second. Now, what he did at the end of that film is very unrealistic. No one trades 3 times back into it. But, think of the young stars in that one. Tom Welling. Chadwick Boseman played Vontae Mack. Is a young, good-looking blonde kid that played Bo Callahan. P. Diddy was his agent. But the kid, I don't remember the kid doing anything after that. But, of course, you all know what Tom Welling's done since then. And Chadwick Boseman went on to a great career. Did 42 after that and the Black Panther. So these films, we could love these films, but it's good to see that there's a lineage that comes from these. I love Draft Day. I'm with you.
It's amazing, too, how good the casting is in all of these films that are on the top of our list. You don't really think about it, but, the casting a film is difficult. Casting a team sport is so much more difficult because you have 11 players per team in football. Anytime you have to cast that many actors early in their careers, that's never an easy thing to get it right. And, Chadwick Boseman as Vontae Mack nails it out of the ballpark, and he's done so many great roles in, sadly, such a short career, but, man, he made his time count on the screen for sure. So, Draft Day, my number 3 flick.